We're doing something that has never been done before, at least not on this channel, because I realized, you know what? Kendall does not get any love. And I'm not talking about Kendall Jenner. I'm talking about Kendall, Florida. And I'm talking about the real estate market. And I'm talking about all the data that you guys need to know in order to make the best informed decision for yourself and your family. Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent. And today we're going to be jumping into all the information you guys need to know, not only for single family homes, but also for condos in Kendall, Florida. And, you know, if A-Rod has anything to say about it, this is going to be a good video today, I think. So definitely stay tuned to the end, and I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comment section about this video. So let me know. And by the way, you know, 87% of people who are watching my videos aren't subscribed. So if that's you, I'm calling you out officially. Go ahead and hit subscribe for me, and then we'll subscribe our way into this first graph right here, which is number of sales versus the number of new listings. The blue line is number of sales, number of new listings is the orange line, and we're looking at single family homes, okay? So what we can see is that single family homes in February, sales clocked in at 18, okay? That's 4 less than we had year over year last February, okay? So last February was here, 18. This, that was 22. This February is 18, okay? And we can definitely see that there's an overall trend for number of sales going downward, okay? So like, you know, since the last couple years here, it's been a bit of a downward trend in terms of number of sales. That's mostly due to there being way less inventory than there normally was before the pandemic, and even honestly during 2020. Now, new listings for single family homes are kind of all over the place here. That's our orange line there. You can see it's like bobbing, ducking, and diving everywhere, right? But for single family homes, new listings in February, there was 22 right here, but in January we had 56, okay? Though seasonally speaking, it's definitely super common to have a bump of new listings in January, you know, because people are wanting to hit the ground running in the new year, the holidays are over, and also like tax purposes, or using the proceeds from the sale to pay their taxes. There's all kinds of reasons for that bump in January, but you can see that, you know, it's not super uncommon. You see a bump up in this January there, you see a bump up in that January there, right? And then usually you'll see a bit of a decrease in February afterwards. This 2022 January was actually an exception. You saw a bump up, and then in February it kept bumping up, which is kind of crazy, all right? But, you know, for context, last February we saw 45 new listings, okay? That was this one. And then this February, that's when we saw, you know, this big decrease down at 22, okay? So, you know, high interest rates are definitely taking a toll, because if you're a seller and, you know, 85% of sellers have an interest rate that's below 5%. And right now, interest rates are like at 7%. So if you're a seller, you don't usually, I mean, unless you're downsizing, there's not a lot of incentive to sell if you're going to be having to buy a house at a higher interest rate, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. We're going to look at condos next for the same statistics. So condo sales in February were 30, which is 50% less year over year when we had 60 in 2022, okay? So from 60 here in the blue line to down to 30 in February of 2023. All right, so number of new listings is our orange line there. And for condos, it was 37 in February compared to 63 last February, which is a 41.3% reduction. Okay, so we see that overall downward trend for both sales and new listings over the last like almost 2 years fully, right? Let's move it on here next to single family homes again. And we're looking at median days to sell versus close price to original price ratio. Now, close price to original price ratio, if this is your first time on my channel, it basically just means it's the ratio between what a house actually sold at versus what it was originally listed at. So if it was listed for $100,000 and it sold for $95,000, just to make it easy numbers, that's a 95% close price to original price ratio, okay? So single family home days, median days to sell were 73 in February. That's that blue line here that's looking all crazy. You know, that's clocking in right there. It was like January, February would have been this high point right here. That's up 53 days year over year from 20 days this past February of 2022. Okay, that's a 265% increase. Now, obviously, this line looks like an outlier on this graph. So, kind of take it for a grain of sand. That month was kind of exceptional, but that is what it is, right? So far in March, though, we're only at 16 days to sell. So that's why it's looking like crazy low. Okay, so maybe it's more of like, going to be more of like a like high 30s or in the 40s, somewhere around there. We'll see, but probably less than 73 days to sell because, again, you're adjusting for the holidays and all that stuff, right? So it makes sense that, in February, since it's a lagging indicator, days to sell, your January and February numbers are sometimes going to be affected by the fact that in, November and December, it was the holidays and things slowed down. Now, the original price to close price to original price ratio in February was 91.8%. That's right there. That's that low point. So deal city, son. Like, deals are in the chat fully, in a big way. And that's back up so far in March to 95.9%. Okay. But last February in 2022, it was 98.9% over here. So, big difference right there. And in March of 2022, it was 97.8, okay? So, compared to this little region here, we're looking like we can get much better deals on stuff right now in this market. So let's look at the same thing for condos. Shibbity bibbity boom. And condo median days to sell were 15 in February. Again, that's our blue line right here. And then that's only one day more than last February, which was right here. So not a huge difference there. This far in March, they're at 11 days to sell here. So going down, market speeding up right there for condos in Kendall. Now, condos close price to original price ratio was 99.4% in February. So right here, that's that 99.4%. A big difference from the close price to original price ratio for single family homes, right? So the condo market is still hotter than a lot of other markets, honestly, around the county and that we've been covering on this channel. So interesting to know. Condos in Kendall, it's a high desired area. So, a property that has a lower price point, it makes sense that it's going to be a hotter market. Last February, it was 98.7% right here. Okay, so it's even higher than last February, which is definitely counter to the trends that we're seeing in a lot of other markets around the county. However, at this far in March, it's back down to 95.1%. So, we'll see how that ends out. Because again, March isn't over. We're almost halfway through March. So, probably it'll be a little bit lower than that 99.4%. But, we're going to be keeping an eye on it. You can still get deals, that's for sure. It's definitely a property by property basis. And, somebody like myself can help you navigate that. All my contact info is in the description down below if you would like some help with that. So next up, we're going to be looking at single family homes again for median sale price and number of active listings. Okay, so this gets a little crazy here because there's well, let's just get into it. So single family home median sale prices in Kendall, they ended February at 1.1 million. But in January, they were 742,500. So like, what the heck, Jake? Was that a 48% increase month over month? No, it was not. It's just that there's a wide range of prices in Kendall, and there's not a crazy amount of sales. And it's so, it depends on what's actually selling on an individual basis. So unfortunately, we can't really put like a ton of weight on the median sale price statistics here, but it is interesting to see over time that the trend is moving up, okay? So especially in 2022 here, prices, started hitting some pretty high peaks, which is super interesting and probably due in large part to the super lack of supply in Pinecrest right next door, east of US 1. So people, who wanted to live in Pinecrest with like larger lot sizes and stuff like that, you can still get some pretty big lot sizes in Kendall. So people have started buying and renovating Kendall homes as well as building new construction in Kendall. And, all of this raises the prices in the surrounding area. So there's more to it than just that, but that's kind of like a little bit of a brief explanation as to why, you're seeing some of these crazy high peaks and the graph doesn't look more normal, for lack of a better word. So as far as supply, that's our number of active listings. We actually saw a pop-up from the start of 2022 over here. Okay, so you see that big old pop-up, and it's been oscillating trickle down since August of 2022. So we had the pop-up, and then it's been a little bit of a trickle down since August. Right now, as of March 2023, there are 91 single-family homes for sale, and compared to March of 2022, when there was 73 single-family homes, that's a 18-unit increase, or 19.8%. Okay, so from this March to this March, 19.8% increase in supply. Okay, so that's interesting. We like to see more supply because we need this market to normalize, honestly. So let's look at the next graph here. Same thing except for condos. Condo median sale prices are similar to single family homes in the sense that there's really not like a ton of sales going on, and there's a wide variety of product itself. So it really depends on what's actually selling. But again, we see that the trend overall is heading upwards here on our blue line, that median sale price. As far as supply of active listings, we're still pretty close to the floor over here. I mean, it's just been kind of trading sideways. We'd love to see more inventory of single family condos in Kendall, because it is that lower price point, and we need more affordable housing and everything. So I'd love to see more supply here, but it's getting like snatched up really quick, basically, as soon as it hits the market. Right now, there's 79 units for sale versus 73 last March, so not a huge difference. The pop-up in January here was 104 units of inventory, but overall inventory has continuously dropped since October of 2022. Of October 2020, which is over here. Okay, so we saw this, it's just basically drop as Kendall has grown in popularity. You kind of hit the floor here in January 2022. We had oscillating a little bit, but it's pretty much just trading sideways. So we really would love to see more inventory in Kendall. If you're a seller in Kendall, keep that in mind. We need more inventory. So if you've thought about selling your home and you're curious about what it's worth, you can reach out to me. My contact info is below. You can even schedule a free consultation with me at my Calendly link that's in the description. You can find out a time that works for you, and I'll reach out to you. We can discuss what the exact market value of your home is, what my strategies are for getting homes sold, how I get your home sold for more money in less amount of time. And I love that, honestly. I love making people more money than they thought they were going to make. It's like something that just brings my heart so much joy. So I'd love to do that for you. If you're a buyer in the Kendall market, you can also reach out to me at all that same contact info in the description down below, and I'd love to help you out as well, help you get a deal, help drop that close price to original price ratio even lower. I'm all about helping people out, getting people deals, saving people money, making people money, all that good stuff. So if you'd like some help with that, I would love to be the person that helps you out with that. Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent. Let me make myself big there for you guys. And it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for watching this video. And before you go, if you enjoyed this video and you made it this far, literally 0 reasons in the world not to hit subscribe, ring the notification bell, and especially smash the like button, because it helps me with the YouTube algorithm and helps bring this video and this information to a wider audience, and that's what I'm here for, is to help as many people as I can. So would love it if you help me with that. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the video. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and thank you so much for watching. Peace.